Hi, thanks for stopping by. My name's Lynn and this is my cash stuffing journey to share with you. I appreciate all those that have subscribed so far and currently at 20 subscribers, which is really fantastic. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all with the comments and kind words. I can only improve from here and I'm still, getting there. There's lots of room for improvement, but we can only move forward, can't we? So anyway, it's been a little while since I've put a video up. I think it's been nearly 2 weeks because there's been a lot happening. I've had a lot of expenses, some planned, some unplanned expenses, which emptied a lot of my envelopes. And on top of that, I've been unwell as well with a head cold and sinus infection. So apologies if I happen to sniffle throughout this. Anyway, as I was saying, I had to, due to a couple of emergencies, thanks to Mother Nature chucking a hissy fit and leaving carnage in my backyard and having my lawnmower break down and a pipe burst in my house, and it was just one thing after another. Anyway, it happens. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is, so to speak. But I needed to get cash pretty quickly, so unable to get to the bank, and I ended up taking cash out of some of my binders. Some of them weren't important. They were just slow burns, low priority sinking funds. The one that I did take some cash out of that sort of is a bit of a higher priority was my Christmas binder, but I'll go through something shortly is with what I'm going to do in regards to that. Excuse me, sorry. But in saying that, I actually got a bit disheartened, and I was feeling very deflated the other day because, as you can see, I've got quite a few binders, and I thought, I've spent all this money that had I not spent it on binders and trackers and envelopes and whatnot, I would have had the cash on me to be able to pay things outright out of their own category rather than having to dip into other categories. Because up until a few months ago, I had 3 binders. And now I've got, I think, 22. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 22. And yeah, and that's because I've taken my category, I've expanded on my categories, but then I've also broken them down as well. I used to have just car, so anything related to my car was in that one envelope. But now I've broken it down to, I've got car registration, car maintenance, license renewal, car insurance, tyres, etc. So that's one binder. And then I've got my travel binders, and then, Christmas and health and whatnot. Now, I have shown you, I think, about 7 of my binders so far. These ones on this side I've yet to show you, which we'll get to another day. I have shown you Christmas and health, but these other 3 we'll get to later. And I've shown you these are the main 3 that I use, which is my everyday variable expenses, my high priority sinking funds, and my goal challenges. So these are things that I want to achieve, first and foremost this year as far as challenges go. And I didn't touch any money out of these. Obviously my variable expenses I did. all that other than planned expenses that I had to, pay for, things coming in and out that I had to pay for. Anyway, as I was saying, I got a bit disheartened. And apologies, I hope this isn't boring that I'm going sort of through this, because it's not actually cash stuffing at the minute. It's a bit of a, chit chat. So, got a bit disheartened that, I've spent all this money and got nothing to show for it other than the binders, etc. There's nothing, left inside a lot of the envelopes. And I've got all these challenges that these are all my challenge binders, all them. Now, that's not including ones that I haven't yet laminated, nor is it including the games that I played the other day, my game day, nor is it including the A5 challenges that I've got. I showed you one the other day. I played the Shut the Box one. So there's those, but there's more as well. And yes, I do have trackers in a lot of my folders for, a tracker for tyres and a tracker for retail therapy, etc. So I have those, but these challenges aren't topic specific, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. So for an example, it's the not the Pepsi Cheers, it's just the Cheers challenge. Because I don't drink Pepsi, so I just got the Cheers one. And roll the dice and things like that. Things that I can allocate to other binders, which is what my intentions were. But because I've broken down my categories so much, I've stretched my budget too far. So I've reevaluated and thought that, like, if I had, say for example, I was allocating $50 to my Christmas binder, but that $50 is getting broken down into maybe 5 or 10 different envelopes. So I was only putting $5 or $10 per envelope. So each subcategory was a slow burn. And although, yes, I was, getting somewhere and I was achieving things, but some weeks, I had to alternate, that every week these three, were stuffed. And then I'd have to alternate that, 1 week it would be, say, my health and a travel binder. Then the next week it would be the Christmas binder and the car binder. Or I had to sort of, stretch my budget around, because I was unable to stuff every binder every week. But then I was missing out on doing the challenges. I'd only have, less than $20 left over after I stuffed everything to put towards challenges, and that's sort of, stretching my budget to the point of, was it really worth it? Hence why I was doing just the game day every fortnight, but I haven't actually done general challenges yet, for you guys. So what I decided to do is I'm not going to stuff any of my folders, any of my binders, for the rest of the year, other than my priority ones, everyday expenses, etc. And what I'm going to do is focus on my challenges and just do challenges and see how many I can maybe even complete before the end of the year. Because what's the point of buying them if I can't utilize them? And as I said in a previous video, I put an Etsy ban on myself. But yeah. So we will. I'll get to explaining something that I'm going to do. I'll just pop these to the side. And that includes I'm stopping my online transfers as well, because that'll free up some extra money. So these can wait, because they're, like for an example, these are annual expenses. These can wait until the beginning of the year for me to start restuffing again. That's the car binder, which I haven't shown you yet, but I will. And these expenses here are PayPal, debt, Netflix. Now Netflix, Disney, yes, I will be stuffing, because that's one that I want to make a lump sum payment on at the beginning of the year to pay for the year rather than pay for it monthly. And yeah, well, PayPal is used for online shopping, but I'm trying not to use that. Now, these ones here, which is an online transfer, I pay all my bills via direct debit weekly. A couple of them I pay fortnightly, but sort of some weekly, some fortnightly. And it works out that, I don't get that big lump sum bill, every quarter when it comes in. And sometimes I'm in credit and sometimes I owe, maybe $30, $40. But I don't pay the balance. I just keep paying my, regular weekly or fortnightly payments, and it balances it out, during peak period, etc. Now, these were, that I'd started putting a little bit extra away towards gas, water, all my utilities and phone, etc. Because what I wanted to do was make a lump sum extra payment towards the bills, so that I'm further in front, and that I could take some time off and travel or whatnot without stressing about having, the bill. So I wanted to get them in, a fair amount of credit. But because I ended up taking out the money I had in the red envelopes for Christmas, which you would have seen in my Christmas video a few videos back, what I'm going to do is take all this money out of here. Now, it was done with prop notes because it was an online transfer. And instead of trying to build this back up, now this money is already sitting in the bank, to build these up to make a lump sum payment. But what I'm going to do is take all this out from each of these categories. And I'm just going to transfer the money over, however much this is, because that's not a necessity. It was just something I was wanting to do, to get in front. So it's not a necessity at the moment, a high priority. So what I'm going to do is the money that I had saved, put aside to be able to do that lump sum payment on each of my bills. Oh gosh, getting it all over the place here. Is anyone else that's got this play money? I think it's got the smell to it. It smells like fairy floss or musk or something. I don't know, but I mean, I like the smell. I'm sitting here getting high on the smell of fake money. I don't know. I can't place what the smell is, but yeah, it's I know when I first opened it, when I purchased them. It's oh gosh, what am I doing? More fingers, all thumbs. Oh, there we go. So that leaves us with 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 410, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So $465 that I was going to put as an extra payment towards utility bills. I'm now going to transfer that money over to be able to use for the other categories of my Christmas shopping binder, which was, decor and 12 Days of Christmas and wrap and whatnot. So so everything for Christmas is fully funded and covered, and I've probably got about $50 to spare. So Christmas is not a concern anymore until the new year. So that's all done and dusted. And then the other binders that I took money out of aren't of importance until next year either. So we had house deposit is still, oh no, that's my tiny home. Because when I retire, I'd like to retire into a tiny home, downsize. So there's money for that in a different area. Household was spent, the money that was in here was spent on getting some new towels, because when I grabbed all my towels out of the linen press for the flood, noticed that several of them were, they'd been put down the bottom to be used for the dogs. But yeah, so I ended up throwing them out and got some new towels, and I needed some new pillows as well. So that was spent on that. House maintenance money was taken out because I need for the plumber. Stockpile money, there was nothing in there, I don't think, maybe $5. Pet care went towards worming tablets and a new collar for my cat, and then what was left in that went to the vet. Still got, I think, $200 in my pet emergency. Yeah, $200 still in there, but I think there was about $70 or $80 in cash. And then lawn care went towards getting the lawnmower fixed, as well as needing cord for the whippersnipper and petrol for both whippersnipper, etc. So that's that. Not important until next year. I'm happy with that. Don't need to worry about it. Next one is the events folder. Now, none of these first ones had anything in them anyway, because I wasn't planning on starting them until next year. Birthdays, I don't have any birthdays until March. Date night. Now, even though I'm single, I still have a date night because I take myself out. And why not? I might go out for dinner and a movie, or go and see a show, or what have you. Do something. Just go out, have some fun. Then Easter, obviously it's not till next year. Mother's Day next year. Family Day. Now, my kids came up with this many, many years ago, because they said it's not fair that, Mum and Dad have their birthdays and Christmas and Mother's Day or Father's Day, but they only get their birthday and Christmas. So they wanted to have a family day where it's celebrated. Now, not necessarily that, gifts are exchanged, etc. It's just a day that, we should be doing this every day anyway, treating each other with kindness, etc. But it's a day that we all get together and we do things for each other and whatnot. It was a bit hard this year because, you know, obviously 2 of my kids have moved out. But, yeah, so that's what family day's about. But, you know, it might be, you know, going out for a special brunch or what have you, whatever it is. Melbourne Cup, there was about $40 in that, but I had transferred that over to, I put it into my TAB account, ready for next week. Black Friday didn't get touched because there's only a place card in there that's got the 200. Boxing Day, I don't actually go to the sales, but Boxing Day we, you know, get together with extended family and usually have a barbecue or something. So, but I do put some money towards the after Christmas sales, but I don't go to on Boxing Day. Does that make sense? Like I'll go just before New Year's or into the new year when, you know, the sales are still on. And then New Year's, don't really do anything other than I go all out and I'll get a crayfish and, you know, expensive seafood and what, well, you know, to a degree. And yeah, just do whatever. Just the last few years, you know, the kids have been out with their friends and whatnot. So I usually just, yeah, have a seafood dinner and have a drink and sit and watch movies or yeah, so yeah, I don't go out and celebrate or anything. So but that's that. So none of that's important until next year. So didn't mind about, you know, taking money out of that, the cash that was in that, out of that one. Now this is my binder, my personal binder. It's all about me. Splurge is always empty. Every time I put a bit of money in it, I end up finding something on Etsy or whatever. You know, I'll be doing my, and I go, oh, I need some more of that. Oh, I need, you know, new labels or whatever. And this is annoying me because I put it on, it's not straight, and it's not scented. So that's annoying me anyway. So I might replace that. Retail therapy, that doesn't get it, has got nothing because it never, you know. Head to toe, it did have a little bit more in it. It's got $15 in it at the moment, but I actually went and got a pedicure last week for the first time in months. I had really bad aching feet and whatnot, and I thought, oh, I just need a foot massage. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a pedicure, treat myself to something, which I don't do that often. But, yeah, so that's what I did. Travel has currently got $500 in it, and that will get, once that's full, that'll get transferred over to the travel binder. My tattoo has currently got just for $10 in it for a new tattoo. Family fun is if, you know, just going out with my grandkids or something for the day or what have you. Adventure, you know, might go away for a weekend or, you know, a day trip somewhere or what have you. But I haven't started that one yet. That's a tracker that came from oh, Jamie, I can't think of her channel now. But I'll, yeah, oh, sorry, my mind's gone blank. Entertainment is to go to, I love theatre. Like, you know, I've seen lots of stage shows. The Wedding Singer, Les Mis, Annie, Lion King, Harry Potter, of course. I saw that twice. I was supposed to see it 3 times for the 3rd time, but because of COVID, it was closed down. But yeah, so that's for you know, anything that I'd like to go to for that. And retirement has just got $1,000 in it for the moment. And clothes, I very rarely buy myself clothes, so that's got nothing in it. Yeah, it was always buying stuff for the kids, and yeah, I'd wear the same shoes, the same, you know, whatnot, for until they were pretty much falling off me. Now, this video has been long enough as it is, so I do apologise that it was just a chatty video. I just thought I'd let you know where I'm at and be, you know, keep myself accountable with what's going on. And yeah, sort of show you a bit more of, you know, what my binders are about, etc. And yeah, so the next video I'll go through the challenges that I have, and then we'll look at my my travel binder. Okay, until next time, thanks for being here. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you. And keep chasing your dreams, because only then they will come true. Bye for now, guys. Thank you.